Welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. Myself Priscilla Asade. I am going to teach you English grammar and English literature today of grade 4. Students, today what we are going to do? We are going to see two things. That is one small poem and next lesson, that is lesson number 18, that is present continuous tense. So first I will start with a small poem. For these students, no need to open your canopy book. Just look on the screen, whatever I am going to teach you the poem. Now in this poem, if we will see, who is the poet of this poem, student? Yes, William Blake. Wait, I will make it big for you. Okay, who is the poet of this poem? William Blake. Now this poet, who is he? His name is William Blake. He is an English poet, plus also he is a painter. He born in the year 1757 and he died in the year 1827. Now what is there in this poem? Can you tell me, students? Yes, in this poem what the poet is doing? He is inviting everyone to join with nature and to sing and laugh. And he says that the whole world around us, including the woods and the hills, what are they? Is merry. Merry means they are happy. So what he wants, that we should also join in and laugh together in chorus with all the nature. And this poem is having a tone of joy and merriment. And because of this, the poet has given the title for the poem Laughing Song. Understood, student? What is there here? As the image you can see, what is there in this image? You can see all the nature, yes or no? And it is full of greenery. And according to him, and from this we can also make out that the speaker is a nature lover. And as he has visited somewhere and looking to the location or the surrounding, he has written this poem. And according to him, he says that how the nature always laugh, always they are in happy mood. So we should also join with the nature. So shall I start, students? Yes. So our poem name is Laughing Song. So you have to read along with me. When the green woods laugh with the voice of joy, and the dimpling stream runs laughing by, when the air does laugh with our merry wit, and the green hill laughs with the noise of it. Now in the first paragraph, if we will see what the poet says, that when the green woods laugh, what he is saying, that the green woods means the trees and all that. If we will see nature, we will find the trees. What are they doing? They are laughing. How they are laughing? With the voice of joy. And again he is telling that the dimpling stream. What do you mean by dimpling, students? Yes. Can you see here the stream? The stream, is it constant? No, it flows. So the small waves of the stream. So the poet has compared that waves of the stream as a dimpling stream. How it flow? Yes, it also runs laughing by. And then the third line, what it says, when the air does laugh with our merry wit. Here we can see air means breeze. Yes or no? How it breeze, how it flows, or how it flow over here and there? Yes, it also laugh with merry wit. Merry wit means what? Fun and happiness. Can you see here? With our merry wit. Now on the fourth line, what the poet says, and the green hill laughs with the noise of it. And the green hill, see, if you go to some hill station or some hilly place, what you will find over there? Only trees, big trees you will find. So here the poet says that the green hill also laughs with the noise of it. So in the first paragraph, the poet has included the green woods, then stream, then air, and the green hill. So he has included the nature, four natural things who are very joyful. They are very in joy. They are in happiness. And different words he has used: merry wit, joy, laughs. Yes or no? Okay. So understood with the first paragraph? Okay. Next, when the meadows laugh with lively green, and the grasshopper laughs in the merry scene. When Mary and Susan and Emily with their sweet round mouths sing ha ha hey. So in the in the second paragraph, if you see what the poet say, when the meadows, what do you mean by meadows, students? Yes, the fields covered in grass. Can you see here? All greenery. Yes, here only we go and sit and enjoy the nature. So meadows means what? The fields covered in grass. So here the poet wants to say that the meadows also, they laugh with the lively green, with the green color. And here what he has seen? The grasshopper. Yes or no? Yes, he said that the grasshopper also laughs in the merry scene. Merry scene means, merry means what? Yes, that also means happy, happiness. So we see that scene, that the grasshopper is also laugh. They are also in a happy mood. And in that, what he has seen? When Mary and Susan and Emily. Can you see here 3 girls? Yes? Okay. They also, what they are doing? They are playing with their sweet round mouths. They are just playing and they are singing. What they are singing? Ha ha hey. So understood with the second paragraph? Yes. So what the poet say in the second paragraph? That the meadows, that the fields that is covered with grass, they are laughing. Grasshopper is also enjoying. They are also in happy mood. And not only the we can see the meadows and grasshopper, but also the girls. Here he has just included 3 girls, that is Mary, Susan and Emily. They are singing. They are also enjoying with the nature. And what they are singing, students? Yes, they are singing ha ha hey. Now we'll see what is in the third paragraph. When the painted birds laughing in the shade, where our table with cherries and nuts is spread, come live and be merry and join with me to sing the sweet chorus of ha ha hey. Here the poet is telling that the birds are also laughing in the shade, and the table is filled with cherries and nuts. Yes or no? And now, so he is telling, come live and be merry and join with me. And he is also telling that we have to join and sing the sweet chorus, that is ha ha hey. So in this poem, what we have learned, students? We have seen that the poet William Blake loves the nature very much, and as he loves the nature and he saw that as the nature are full of happiness, full of merry things, and they are so joyful. So we should also be very happy in our life as the nature is, and we have to be full of joy and merriment in our life. And here we can see in all the 3 paragraphs, we have seen he has included woods, stream, air, hill, meadows, grasshopper, then again Mary, Susan and Emily, and not only that, he has included the birds also. And he says that all these things, all these are in a very happy mood. So we should also be very happy in our life. And in this way we have finished our poem, that is Laughing Song. So can you tell me, student, how is the stream described in the poem? Yes, it is described as a dimpling stream. Now what are the grasshopper and the birds doing? Yes, the grasshopper are also laughing and the birds are also laughing. Now can you tell me, is the speaker loving the nature? Yes, he loves the nature very much, and so he has written this poem. He is a nature lover, and he has used many, in this poem he has used many sounds and colors. We can see green color is included in this. Yes or no? And we can see the sounds also, dimpling. Many things he has included in this poem. So what feeling does the poem convey? Can you tell me, students? Yes, the poem conveys the feeling of happiness, the feeling of joy and the feeling of merriment. And In this way we have finished our poem. So do you want to see the animation of this poem, students? Yes, we will move on to that.
A laughing song by William Blake. When the greenwoods laugh with a voice of joy, and the dimpling stream runs laughing by, when the air does laugh with a merry wit, and the green hill laughs with the noise of it. When the winds laugh with lively dream, and the grasshopper laughs in a merry scene, when Mary and Susan and Emily with their sweet round mouths sing ha ha hee. When the painted birds laugh in the shade, where a table of cherries and nuts is spread, come live and be merry and join with me to sing the sweet chorus of ha ha hee.
And this way we have finished the animated parts also. So just read along with See, now I will put on the audio. You have to read along with that audio.
When the greenwoods laugh with a voice of joy, and the holy stream runs laughing by, when the air does laugh with a merry wit, and the green hill laughs with the noise of it. When the meadows laugh with lively green, and the grasshopper laughs in the merry scene, when Mary and Susan and Emily with their sweet round mouths sing ha ha hee. When the painted birds laugh in the shade, where our tables with cherries and nuts is spread, come live and be merry and join with me to sing the sweet chorus of ha ha hee.
So he is a poet? Yes, William Blake. And in this way we have finished with our poem. And in this way we have finished our poem. Now what we are going to do, students? Yes, I am going to start with the grammar part. So I want that you should have your grammar book with you. So today we are going to see lesson number 18, that is present continuous tense, that is page number 62. So before I start, I just want to ask you, students, what we have learned in the last lesson? Yes, we have finished lesson number 17, that is simple present tense, in two parts, part 1 and part 2. Okay, in what we have seen, simple present tense we have seen, and then again negative sentences in simple present tense, and the third thing what we have seen in that lesson, interrogative sentence, that is of two types, WH questions and yes no questions. So today we are going to start with a new lesson, that is lesson number 18, present continuous tense. Now what is present continuous tense? Okay, can you see here? Okay, present continuous tense. Present continuous tense tells us what is happening now. For example, now see, I am teaching you grammar. Priscilla teacher is teaching grammar. That action is continued now. So that is a present continuous tense. Here they have given an example. I have just given my example. Can we read this sentence, students? Yes. Read these sentences. Harshit is riding his bicycle. Second, the bus is running fast. The boys are playing in the ground. Now in these three sentences, what you can see, that the words in the bold, can you see, is riding, is running, are playing, they are in present continuous tense. Why? Because they tells us what is happening now. The action has not finished. The action is going on. So in the present continuous tense, what is the rule? We use is, are, am plus ing form of the verb. Again I will tell you, students, that in present continuous tense, what we are going to do? We are going to use is, are, am plus ing form of the verb. Whatever verb is there, for that we are going to add ing. Example, I am. Can you see here what I have done? I have used, you know that along with I always am goes. So I am plus ing form. It is the original form of the verb, and for the original form of the verb I am going to add ing. So I am eating a sandwich. Understood? Am with ing form of the verb ed. Understood what you have to keep in your mind? This is very easy for present continuous tense. Always in present continuous tense, the verb will have the ing form. But when we are solving, we should also keep in our mind that what are the verbs we are going to use. Helping verbs, that is, are, am. You know that am we always use for I. Okay, and when we are going to use is for the singular subject, and are we are going to use with the plural subject. So shall I start, students? Now exercise A. I think you can read and then you can solve. Only one example I will solve for you. That A part you have to solve. It is very easy, only you have to match it. Now I. With I, what word goes? Yes, am. So I am reading a newspaper. The remaining you make it as a homework. Okay? Else you can write like this also. 1F. If you don't want to match, you can do like this. Now V. V is what? Plural. So what word will go? R. So you have to just read that and you have to solve. Okay? So I have given you as a homework. Next. B. Complete the sentences given below using the present continuous tense of the verbs given in the brackets. Means here what we have to do? You have to complete this sentence. Here blank is there. Okay? You should complete it in which tense? Present continuous tense with the help of this verb which is given in the bracket. So are you ready, students? First. Ready? Okay. Now as I have told you, in present continuous tense what we are going to use, student? Is, are, am, and plus verb. And with that verb what I am going to use? We are going to add ing form. Now first, Fatima. What do you say? Fatima is singular, plural? Singular. So singular. Fatima is singular. So I am going to use is. And what is the verb here? Act. Original form of the verb is act. And I am going to add ing. Understood, students? Whatever verb is there, you have to add ing. So Fatima is acting in the play. Means in which tense it is, students? Yes, it is a present continuous tense. So whenever in a verb ing comes, so you have to recognize that that sentence is in present continuous tense. Next. Tina dash to music. Tina dash to music. Now tell me, Tina is what, singular or plural? Yes, Tina is singular. So I am going to use is. What is the verb over here? Listen. So is, listen I will write and then I will add ing. Got it? Next. The telephone. Telephone is also what? Singular. So I am going to write is. Ring is the verb. I am going to add ing to the verb. Ringing. Father. Father is what, student? Again it is singular. So I am going to use is. What is the verb? Plant. So plant I will write and then I will add ing. Come on, copy in your book fast. Done? Now, the sun dash and the birds dash in the sky. Means here two dashes there, means we will need two verbs. So here two verbs are there, rise and fly. So first I will read the first, the sun. Okay, the sun is what, singular or plural? Yes, it is singular. So I will write the sun. Rise, R-I-S. Am I going to write E? No, I am going to write I-N-G. Rising. The sun is rising. And the birds. Now birds. Can you see the birds? Birds is singular or plural, students? Yes, it is plural. So I am going to write are. So what is the verb? flying. So how I am going to write? F-L-Y-I-N-G. Can you see the difference? Why I have used here are? Yes, because it is in plural and the verb is fly. So my answer will be the sun is rising and the birds are flying in the sky. Done, students? Next, they dash from school. Now here you can see they. They is what? Every time you have to see the subjects only, okay? So they is what, students? Singular, plural? Yes, you are right. It is plural. So I will write first are. So what verb I am going to use? This, return. And what I am going to do for present continuous tense? I am going to add ing according to our rule. Next, mother. Mother dash a cake for me. Bake. Mother is what? Singular or plural? Yes, singular. Bake. What is the verb over here? Bake. So what is my spelling? B-A-K-I-N-G. We are not going to write B-A-K-E-I-N-G. So you have to take care of the spellings too when you are writing. Done? I hope that present continuous tense is very easy for you. Those who have finished can solve 8, 9, 10. Done, students? Okay. We'll move on to the next page. Okay. Next page, that is page number 63. Shall I start? What is the first one? 8th one? We dash for the school bus. Can you tell me, students, what is we, singular or plural? It is plural. So I am going to write we are. Wait is a verb. So what I am going to do? Wait, I-N-G. We are waiting for the school bus. Next, Malini dash a song. Malini is what again, student? Singular. So I am going to use is. What is the verb over here? Sing. And what I am going to add? ing. Next, the boys. Boys is what? Plural. I am going to use are. What is the verb? Watch. I am going to add ing. Understood, student? So, what is there in singular? If it is a singular, we are going to use is plus ing. If it is plural, we are going to use are plus ing, but with the subject are, we always use am. Okay? Plus ing. If you have this, so present continuous tense will be easy for you. This is the rules. Done? Done, students? Now, we'll move on to exercise C. Change the sentences. What they have told here, one sentences they have given to us. Can you see here? Into present continuous tense by changing the verbs into present continuous tense. Now what they have told, whatever sentence is given, what we have to change into present continuous tense. But can you tell me, students, in which tense is this sentence? Yes, it is in simple present tense. Now in which tense I am going to change it? I am going to change into present continuous tense. So what is the rule? That we will apply over here. Shall I start? Okay. Now I think in your book, page number 63, here no place is there. Okay. So what I am going to do? We can write over here. Only the changed part we are going to write. Okay. Ready? First, the dog hides the car. See what they have done? They have made our verb very simple, means they have made it bold. Whatever, we have to change it into present continuous tense, the verb, that they have made it bold. So else all will be same. We are on page number 63 and hope that you are completing along with me. The dog hides under the car. Hides is in simple present tense. I will make it into present continuous. Now the dog is what? Singular or plural? Yes, it is singular. So first I will going to write is. What is the original form of this verb hides? Yes, it is hide. So hiding. Okay, it is hiding. So what will be our sentence now? The dog is hiding under the car. See, I can understand for you here place is not there. So only whatever change we want to do, only that we will write over here. Done? Next, father speaks on the phone. Now speaks. We are going to change this verb. Father is what, students? Yes, it is a singular. So I will do is. What is the speaks? So what is the original form of speaks? Speak. And I am going to add ing. So father is speaking on the phone. I hope that you are getting what I am doing over here. As there is no place over here, only the thing which we want to change, we are writing over here. Got it? Third, the horse jumps over the fence. Yes, horse is again singular. So I will write is. Jumping. Sorry, J will come small. Is jump. Original form of jumps is jump. So I will add ing. So the horse is jumping over the fence. This sentence is in now present continuous tense. She plays the guitar. Again, she is what, student? Singular. So I am going to use is. What is the original form for plays? Play. I am going to add ing. So what will be my sentence in present continuous tense? She is playing the guitar. Understood? She is playing the guitar. Now, fifth one. Pia and Riya talk to each other. Now here you can see what is the subject. You can't say only Pia. Here what they have told, Pia and Riya. So both we have to include. Okay, so Pia and Riya becomes a plural. So I am going to use for plural ARR. What is the verb? Talk. Talk. I am going to add ing. Talking. So now my sentence, how it will be? Pia and Riya are talking to each other. Understood, students? Okay. So I hope that till here you have understood. This you can do as homework. Same how I have done. Make it an arrow over here. After this session you can do it. Hardly it will take 2 minutes. Only you have to see where this is in plural. So R. This is in plural. So R. Sonia and Jia. Again plural. So R. The vendor. This is singular. So is. Veena. Again singular. So is. And here for all the verbs you have to add ing. I have given you hint also, students. Now you can do. And in this way we have finished our lesson 18, that is present continuous tense. So what is present continuous tense, students? It tells us what is happening now. And how it is formed, students? Yes, it is formed by adding is, are, and to the ing form of the verb. Now do you want to see the animation part of this lesson, students? Yes, I'll show you.
Chapter 19. Present continuous Read these sentences. Harshit is riding his bicycle. The bus is running fast. The boys are playing on the ground. The words in bold are in present continuous tense and they tell us what is happening now. In the present continuous tense, we use is or am plus in form of the verb. Example, I am eating a sandwich. Am plus in form of the verb eat.
And in this way, students, what we have done today, two things we have seen. In the first part, what we have seen one small poem, that is Laughing Song from Canopy book. Okay, and then we have seen the lesson number 18 of grammar part, that is present continuous tense. I hope that you have understood whatever we have done today. What was today's homework? It is very simple, that is from grammar part you have to do exercise A of page number 60 to only have to read the sentence and then match it. And then I have told you from exercise C, the remaining 5 examples whatever I have given you, that you can do on your own. Thank you. Have a good day.